Hi everybody, my name is Cece and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are a person who watches me regularly or sporadically, thank you so much for your support. I just wanted to say that first. So if you're new here, it is the beginning of July. Technically today, as I'm recording this, is July 1st. And that means yesterday was the end of June. What I usually do is I do a end of the month recap and then I show you all a planner setup, right? I decided to do something a little bit differently. I understand that it's a lot in the journal and planning community. There's so many different types of planners and it can be overwhelming for some people. Since a lot of planners come out around this time, if they aren't out already, I decided to do a breakdown of some planners. I work for a gifting company and we already started receiving our planners for 2025. So I thought that this would be a great time if people are shopping for their planners for 2025, if they're curious about what it's like to have a planner, different layouts, things like that, with some of the planners that we already have in stock. As you know, planner stuff is vast, man. It's so much planner stuff. I am a very small creator, so I use what I have on hand. If you've been watching me, I've been using the Passion Planner this year. It is a monthly perpetual planner and I do love it. But we often switch planners year over year, or we'll try a different system, things like that. So this is today what I'm going to talk about instead of doing my monthly recap or my monthly setup. Before I jump into reviewing and talking and discussing about the planners that I have in front of me, I want to make it clear that aesthetics is not necessarily, it doesn't equal productivity. So if you're just looking to develop a good habit, you can use a notebook. You don't need to go and spend money on a planner. Or you can just get an inexpensive planner or printables. There are so many other options. Planners can become very expensive. It is a very expensive undertaking if you allow it to get there. But I do want to say before I jump in, you can just use a notebook, honestly, and build your own planner. So with that said, let's jump into reviewing and just breaking down different types of planners.
So I'll be focusing more on just the planner itself and not necessarily the brand. But if you all are interested in the brands, please just let me know. So we're going to crack this baby open and we're going to talk about the layout. A daily planner is very useful if you're trying to build a daily habit, maybe if your life changes on a day-to-day basis, or if you like to journal but the empty page is overwhelming for you and you don't want to have both a journal and a planner. So what I like most about daily planners is that they usually have a space for what's your top priorities for the day. You can set intentions. There is a task list here. There's also a productivity timeline. I personally, my days are very long, so these don't work well for me. I need something that goes into at least 10 o'clock. But if you are somebody who works a 9 to 5, this can be very beneficial to you. So on the other page, I love how you can track your meals, your activity levels for the day, how much water you've had. It varies from planner to planner because I don't know if you've all seen, but I have a daily planner from Passion Planner. It does not have this much layout. The notes section is always great. You can journal there. You can talk about what needs to be put into the next day. However you want to use the notes section. I love any planner that has a notes section. So this planner, day over day, is the exact same layout, and this particular daily planners for 100 days, which is pretty cool because it's like, 3 months and then in some room, and then you can go on. The next one is a very popular brand. It's Leuchtturm. I don't ever think I'm saying this right, but it's neither here nor there. But as you all can see, this is going to last you until the end of 2025. This is a weekly planner. What I like about Leuchtturm is I think, I don't know what I'm saying, is I think that if you are a person who's a little bit more advanced in your planner and journaling journey, it's a great brand to look into. They talk about what type of paper they use. They have their own brands of pens that probably correspond very well with the planner, all that jazz. So what I like about this weekly planner is that there is a year overview, and the year overview starts in 2024 and it goes until 2026. So this is what I am referring to when I say that each planner has its own layout. Because as you can see in the first one, there wasn't even a monthly overview because it was strictly for daily. These particular pages are also known as yearly overviews. These spaces I typically write very quickly, really important dates, doctor's appointments, birthdays, anniversaries, things that you really, really don't want to forget can go into this yearly overview. And again, it goes into 2026. I often think of travelers in these types of layouts because you may be planning a trip further in advance and you just want to block those dates out just so you know. It's also really helpful if you have kids because, as you know, their schedules are well in advance of ours. My son is 7 and they're already talking about back to school stuff, and let me be in July. Let me be in July. Holidays, if that's your thing, international holidays, habit trackers, I absolutely love them. They're great. This one here is called a project plan, but the layout of it you can really use as a habit tracker if you wanted to. But I don't know. When I think of project planning, I think of an actual project, but you can be a project. You yourself you're a project. As we get into the crux of the layout, you can see that it is weekly on one side and it's an open notebook spread on the second side. I like weekly planners like this because, again, if you're into journaling, you have a journal and a planner in one. If you're like me and a lot of things tend to change day to day, you can write future entries on the right page. This is a horizontal layout. The left side is because the blocks go horizontally. It's a lot of space in there. That's what I really like. If you have a lot of different projects going on, if your life is very full, the amount of space in this may be beneficial to you. There are blank pages in the back, which I cannot stress enough. I love, love, love blank pages. There are some stickers that are Leuchtturm brand. Leuchtturm brand. And then there's a cute little pocket in the back for you to put whatever your heart desires. In my back pockets, I usually leave stickers, some extra clips, important pieces of paper where I write little motivational things, but you can put whatever you want back there. So this is another layout for a weekly planner. If you watch my videos, I usually use a weekly planner, and this layout is very different than my own. This is a pocket monthly planner, and it gets its name because it can fit in your back pocket. It is small, nice and compact, and I like to use these types of planners as the head of a planner system. So a planner system consists of using multiple planners for different reasons to get different results. I used to use a monthly exclusively, and I may go back to it. Sorry, y'all. It's almost the 4th of July and they popping firecrackers. And I may go back to it. They have a 2024 and 2025 year overview. Again, I love this. Circle future dates. You could track your pay periods, birthdays. I usually just highlight or underline mine. I think it's so cute, planners that have contact lists. Like, we don't have cell phones, but wasted paper. You can use it for whatever you want, or you can use it for contacts. I'm not digging at anybody. Then we go into the meat of the planner. This is all this planner is. Now, the reason why I love monthly planner spreads like this is because they are great for schedules, dates, things that just kind of pop into your day. What I've been struggling with this year is staying on top of my planner. My planner is a big planner, so I would have to be carrying my purse with me. I usually am not carrying my purse with me. Planners like this allow you to keep it on your person, back pocket, jot down whatever you need to jot down. There are dotted pages in the back, again, for you to plan for future events and plug those into whatever planners you need to. So using this to keep all your dates organized, and then using a weekly planner or a daily planner for a more drawn out overview of what your day or what your week would look like, or what you would like it to look like, is very useful in a planner system. And again, I may go back to this one next year, but we will see. I'm not done with my passion planner in the slightest. And in the back, there are some US holidays, again, if that's your thing, but I really like pocket monthly planners for all the reasons that I stated. And this also takes you until the end of 2025. This one was a new one, and I was really excited to see this. It is a quarterly goal planner. So your planner doesn't have to just be for your day-to-day. It can also be to set, obtain, and smash those goals. What I love about this one is it explains why this planner was created, and it actually does make sense. Sometimes trying to break your own goals down into quarterly or monthly digestible goals are very difficult, especially if you're not a very disciplined person, and that's okay. What I like about this is that it's perpetual. So at any point, if you want to pivot and make a change throughout the year, you can grab one of these and focus for the quarter on what your goal is. For example, this year, I really fell off track with working out. It's been a very difficult thing for me. I could pick this up and really decide, like, that is the only goal that I am focusing on for the quarter, and use this to help me stay on top of that goal, help me stay motivated. I love the idea of this. What I am very picky about, however, is that it does not lie flat. I need my planners to lie flat. But aside from that, it's very pretty. It's very bright. Again, this is a monthly overview. It's perpetual. And then we go into the week plan. Again, a horizontal layout, which means everything is running horizontally. You have your action. You have your notes. They have some guided questions to ask you. Then there's a daily portion of it with a time tracker on the left side. Again, I love a time tracker. Show me where my time is going so that I know where I need to make an adjustment in the day. Your goal of the day, what victory you had. We always are referring to the positive, what obstacles you had, and maybe how you overcame those obstacles. So I really, really like this planner. I love the concept of it. This would be most beneficial for you if you are trying to stick with something, if you're really trying to build one habit and you want to focus solely on that. I think this will be great at the beginning of the year, or even at the end of the year if you're really trying to wrap up your year. And again, blank pages in the back are crucial. Note-taking, journaling, motivational quotes, stickers, whatever you need, it's helpful. And then I love this end of the quarter recap so that you can see how you did and how you performed. I had never come across a quarterly planner. I really like it. I think it's very cool. And I think it's beneficial if you're trying to spice up your planner system. Here we have another weekly planner. Again, it starts in 2024 and it will take you to the end of 2025. We have our yearly overview of both the rest of 2024, beginning in July, all the way through the end of 2025. This one is a dated planner, meaning that it is dated. I don't really like the notes section. I don't think it's enough space. The squares are a little small for my preference, but it works if you're just throwing in a quick little, your work schedule, your workout schedule. I have like 5 schedules that need to go into a box, so little boxes don't work. What's different about this planner? It is a horizontal spread with lines. You can see that the spaces are so much bigger. It's a lot of room for you to write, and you have the month that you currently are in and then the month ahead. I like seeing the months ahead, so then I can always see, like, again, what's coming on the horizon. But this is a weekly layout. This layout goes all the way until the end of this planner. What I like most about this layout is that it is lined. So if you're a person that doesn't like your handwriting going up or down, the lines help you stay nice and neat. We want to have note pages in the back. I just like them. It's a pro for me. And that's a pretty simplistic, straightforward weekly planner that is dated. These are great introductory planners for planner beginners. So when we say weekly, it means that it has a monthly overview, and then it's followed by weekly planners as well. This is the first spiral bound. I personally do not like spiral bound planners, for the same reason I don't like spiral bound anything. The damn spirals never stay. They always rip. They drive me nuts. But they do have their benefits, like lying flat. So you can see this one is a lot more pizzazz. This is for the I want everything in my planner girlies, and there's nothing wrong with that. We have some tags, we have some stickers, we have tabs. This is the first planner, if you all notice, that has tabs. I love tabs. I want to be able to flip right to the month. Why are you making me flip through this planner? I don't want to do that. Yearly overview, contacts. So adorable. They think we're writing that down. And nice blank sheet, month. Here we go. Now, this layout, again, provides you with some goals, some anniversaries, some birthdays, this month's major to-dos, and then additional notes. Have I told you how much I love additional notes? This is a dated planner. The reason why I stray away from dated planners is because I suffer from planner guilt, and there are times when I'm not in my planner. I enjoy planners. I find my planner to be very beneficial. However, I'm realistic. I am not always in my planner. Now, let's look at this layout. We have a vertical layout, which means the day goes from top to bottom. It's also separated between work, life, and then your top priorities. This is not just for people who work and have life. I think this is for anybody who wants to have a clean separation in what's going on in their day. This will work great if you're a student and you wanted to do the top for your classes and then the bottom for your personal life. I love this layout. I think that there's enough room for you to write. I love a lined page because my handwriting goes all over the place and it does irritate me. When it's time to highlight, this is just so satisfying to highlight it across a lined paper. Like, it gets deep, okay? We can go on and on. This is the benefit of having a spiral bound planner, is that it does flip to one page. Sometimes trying to write across 2 pages is annoying, but I just can't get over spiral. They drive me nuts. So each month repeats the same layout with the same questions until we get all the way until the end of the year. I don't think, though, that this one has extra pages in the back. Not my favorite, but what it lacks in additional writing space, it makes up for in a beautiful weekly layout that has enough separation for you to see your life distinctly in two different places. And if you're really about that life, you can get you some colored pens, you can get you some highlighters, some sticky notes, and you can really have fun and see where you're spending your time. Oh, they do have some empty pages. Not a whole lot, but they have a few. Okay, y'all. I love this planner. The brand is Life in Pieces. I've never heard of them before. I love this planner, okay? So let me tell you why. First of all, it looks like the color scheme is retro, and it reminds me of an atomic bomb going off. Like, I should be carrying a tin lunch bag with my poodle skirt to the house. But I love it. I love that it's in a pocket because I do like soft covers, but I tend to stray away from them because they get messy. Let's break down layout. This is a perpetual planner. Perpetual means that it's undated. You can use it at any time in the year. I love that the squares are super big. This is the yearly overview, so it's enough square space for you to write down whatever you need for the year. The monthly squares are a little bit smaller, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in cuteness, and I do take that into consideration. You would make your own months. You would write it in your own dates, which if you use perpetual planners, you're already accustomed to that anyway. And again, it helps with planner guilt because if you don't get in your planner for that month, you can just pick it up the next month wherever it leaves off. This is also something that I love, a bookmark. As you can see, a lot of these planners do not have tabs like you saw in the spiral bound, so I do appreciate one with a bookmark. Me and my coworker, who is also a planner person, we joked that this is the American version of the Hobonichi planner. And before I venture into Hobonichi, I would give this a try first. So on the left, you have your days of the week, which you can put whatever you want in there. But what I really like about it is the weekly layout portion. It is a productivity. It goes until late in the night. I think like 10. I don't know. I can't see from where I'm looking at, and I don't have it in front of me anymore. What I also like is that there's a habit tracker in the bottom left corner. I just love thinking that I'm a productive person. I like thinking that I can track my habits. I like it there to remind me that that's what I should be doing. I love that there is a rate your day bubble down there, and then there's still a little note section. This quite possibly may be my planner for next year. So what I typically do is, since I buy perpetual planners, I just buy my next perpetual planner and I keep it so that when my first one's done, I could just pick up in another planner and call it a day. Switching layouts don't bother me. I actually find it quite refreshing. So I am loving this. I love the size. I love the color scheme. And I love how it still feels like it gives me a lot of freedom, but also a lot of structure for me to talk about what my day is like. And it's only $20 fucking dollars. It's $20 fucking dollars. It's a dub. Like, what? And that's before my discount. Love it.
I hope that was informative. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was insightful. I hope this was helpful. I hope you also caught where I work. Again, these are just planners that I had on hand from work. I don't get products or anything, but I did think that this would be a great video to do, especially because a lot of planners start in July, August, and then in January. So some people may be shopping around for a planner, or you may be seeing them while you're out and about shopping, and they may seem intimidating, or you may not quite know how to use them in your day-to-day life. I love paper source planners. I really do. It's just that I try my best to venture out and try other planner brands like Passion Planner, like Passion Planner, because you'll be surprised. The price points are comparable though. They're actually a little less on the expensive end, but anywho, I hope it was helpful. I thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, please comment below if there was anything that you have questions about, or if you're an avid planner and there are some planner brands that you really enjoy that you've come to use year over year. I am probably still gonna do an end of June recap and a July recap. I'm getting ready for my next market. That's on Sunday. And it's, just always a little bit of a lot going on. So be patient with me if you're still interested in that. It's also for me to hold myself accountable and show myself what I've done over the last 12 months. But I just really thought that this would be helpful, and I had some time and I was able to borrow these from the store. Thank y'all. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.